Stop using Grammarly. Don't you know it's putting editors out of business? Hey there greasers, Sandwich Sean here. I want to talk to you about something that I spend probably too much time on. And by too much time I mean any time at all. Because I'm a busy writer who writes pretty much all the time, every single day. Same thing goes for anyone watching this video, right? If you're watching this video right now, it's probably no. What I'm talking about is Reddit. You either love it or hate it. Or you're like that one coworker I had. Reddit? Read what? It's a forum type site and you like post up there. No, I know what you're talking about. Don't worry. Now, as long as you stay away from the politics and the video games and the not safe for work stuff and this and that, Reddit is a pretty decent place, I guess. I guess after all, writers need some place to go to interact with other writers and get critiques and get ideas and figure out what the next big thing is. So let's go and see some of the advice that Reddit is tossing it around to writers like me these days. Let's start with the basic stuff r/writing, discussions about the writing craft. By user random with a bunch of underscores. How the F do you CK do you write music? How do you do that? Just write a few words of the song, or she sang beautifully, or those type of music alphabet I'm 1000% not familiar with. If you have lyrics, it can be okay to include them if they're relevant to the plot. But on the whole, writers are not songwriters. Nope. And lyrics are in the prose just end up being skip it for me. If you're not Tolkien, I don't want all 20 verses of an epic aria. By burst 3001, almost finished with my first draft and I feel like it's terrible. Plot holes, inconsistencies, which I know can be fixed, but even more so, the story feels like a 10-year-old wrote it. Even though I've done everything I can to avoid that. It feels like it's full of bad exposition, but I can't help it since there are times when it's needed for context. Let's do sort by controversial. You're really close. Finish it. Yeah, it's gonna look like bad macaroni art. That's okay. Revision and editing changes so much. We'll learn a ton, and your next first draft won't be quite so much macaroni art because you wrote this one and revised it. Wouldn't you know it, I actually have an entire series that I feel this way about. Hey now, Mother Morse, check out this cover. Wouldn't you want to buy that? In fact, I'm rewriting this whole book right now. I'm almost done. It's almost all up on my blog right now. 50shadesofgrease.com. I'd recommend finishing it, and then completing a second draft, and then blah 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 blah.
Listen to this Redditor. Upvote.
If you had one piece of advice to give a new writer, what would it be? Practice, 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 and then practice some more. I'll give you guys a secret, something that I tell my students even. Everything is practice. Derogatory yet graceful term for people. English isn't my first language, okay. I just started telling a short story and want the person who's telling the story to say something derogatory about people who work in an office building, but more graceful way than simply calling them a-holes. Pencil pushers is the word that comes to mind. Drones is a common derogatory word for boring office people. Pencil pushers, hey! Reddit, great minds think alike. Wage slave, or sometimes I hear wagey, is something more 4chan would say. And don't get me started on 4chan. Question about the effects of changing from a severe weather climate. It's based on Minecraft, so nope. Any tips for writing scripts for a YouTube channel? This isn't me. This isn't my alt. Don't at me. Is character development mandatory for every character, or can some stay the same? If I were to do my part and post to this, I would say short answer no, long answer no. Let's maybe change gears a bit and see what other people are posting in other subreddits. In a vlog a few months back, I talked about wanting to find my niche as an author, and specifically a YouTuber, because there's basically infinite amounts of everything on YouTube, but you need to find a niche that people want to visit. Going off the lack of subscribers to the channel, I think I'm still finding that. But regardless, in that video I talked about my niche as a non-so-serious writer. I'd say that writers, especially online and as their personas, don't have to be 100% serious all the time. We're wacky people, us writers. Let's take a visit to a more particular subreddit called r/writing circle jerk. Now, if you're new to Reddit, the word circle jerk might sound a little strange to you. And a circle jerk is really just kind of like a think tank, a place where people share ideas and bring up new things and expose people to points of view that they might have not seen before. Let's check out what they're saying over here. What's the point of writing female characters if I can't them? Seems I should just spare myself the horniness and make all my characters male instead. Oh look, our same friend from before is asking about how did the FUCK did they write music? How do you do that? You just write the words of the song that she sang beautifully, or just type those music alphabet I'm 1000% not familiar with? Now that I've had some time to think about this question, I think you just should write out the bars. Just have a page of sheet music in your writing. I mean, if you're a dedicated author, that should be easy for you, right? We research weirder stuff as authors, right? That's not about writing, that's an ad. Is it legal if chapter lengths vary greatly? So, as usual, I've been writing my 12-part fanfiction series about Sonic the Hedgehog and making edits, and I noticed some of my chapters are far longer than others. Say, one chapter has 10,000 words. Excuse me? But can someone praise my writing? I need this on a belt buckle or something. No comments yet. Sorry, dude. No can do. What should you do if the novel you just wrote had the exact same premise as a published novel? So I was writing this story about these guys in this ring, and they're going to a mountain. You wouldn't believe this, what happens next. The ring is evil. Excuse me, Lolita? Hello? Hi, writers, I need your advice. I seem to have a problem creating a story. I'll explain myself better and hope that you understand me, as English is not my first language. TLDR, which stands for, Tingle Dangle Ringle Dangle, I only want to write a slice of life without any major happenings that screw over the normal life of the protagonist. I get a lot of plot bunnies. Excuse me? I get a lot of plot bunnies, mainly different takes of a few main ideas that I have in my head since my teenage years. The problem is my plot bunnies have no plot. I still don't know what a plot bunny is. An idea for a story used for the idea or fanfic that gnaws at the brain until written. Okay. Not going back there. I'm so nice that I can't even fake racism from my writing. Just watch the news. Like I was saying, maybe just head over to r/. Big tip from an infantry veteran. That's an infantile. That's a -2 points. Doing a military sci-fi, you're trying to build characters. Watch Vet TV. Vet TV. Watch Respo. It's in Netflix, I think. Watch very early videos with former SF and Joe Rogan. If you play video games, he'll let loose insurgency sandstorm. Get as close as you can, obviously, to a real feel for the actual personalities. As a veteran from the Crusades, I'd appreciate an accurate representation of 13th century warfare. Hello from the past. I don't understand the differences between your and your. It doesn't make the sense. How does one letter change it? My wife's gonna leave me all because it said you are shit. I mean, that is her literal shit. Come on, I hate Chicago. Why do they have to make up writing? They call Chicago the Windy City because of all the windbags there. Is there any value to fiction? Since the characters in the background are not real, and they never will be, does that have any value to a writer? Sounds like this guy came from r/atheism. Has anyone ever had to rewrite a scene? Because I haven't. Every draft I touch is perfect. Stop using Grammarly, people. Recently, I found a lot of books to be boring. This is because the author uses Grammarly. I have no proof of this, not even anecdotal evidence. It couldn't possibly be any other factor at play, from the rapid changing society around us, the underfunding of education, the increase in digitally globally available material no longer held to high account, or hell, it can't be the availability of anyone to write and publish in a world where it's never been easier to without the publisher entity acting as a gatekeeper and enforcing standards of writing before words are printed out and sent worldwide. So people, for the love of God, cut it out. Think for yourself. Grammarly is a mere suggestion, and you should not use it as your proofreader.
Can't help but notice how you forgot to mention all the private editors Grammarly puts out of work. There was once a time where I could easily earn $1,000 editing some novice manuscript to increase, but not guarantee the chances of publication. I had customers waiting in line. I have to charge twice as much at it. Well, it hurts to have to turn poor people away.
Our friend here has a giraffe so far. Please rate. The mom, the dad, the son, and the spooky, scary monster hit the campgrounds for a weekend in the great outdoors. They get there, they pitch tents, they go to sleep. Nightfall, spooky noises, very, very scary. Inside the tent, honey, the mom whispered, did you hear something? I'm having an affair with the gardener, said the dad. I'm Elon Musk, and I'd like to talk to you about NFTs, said the son, who's now in his parents' tent. And I'm the monster, I kill you now, said the monster. Everyone die. As you can see, countless people helped and boosted from communities like this. Before we wrap it up, I want to share a piece with you that can't just fall through the cracks. A piece of work that really shined, a tribute to the the knowledge base that is Reddit and its writing community. This is titled Mario the Idea versus Mario the Man. Everyone knows Mario is cool as fuck. But who knows what he's thinking? Who knows why he's crushing turtles? And why do we think about him as fondly as we think of the mythical, not existent Dr. Pepper? Perchance. I believe it was Kant who said, "Experience without theory is blind, but theory without experience is mere intellectual play." Mario exhibits experience by crushing turts all day, but he exhibits theory by stating, "Let's go!" Keep it up, baby. When Mario leaves his place of safety to stomp a turdy, he knows that he may die. And yet, for a man who can purchase lives with money, a life becomes a mere store of value, okay? A tax that can be paid for, much as a rich man feels any law with a fine is a price. We think of Mario as a hero, but he is simply a one-percenter of a more privileged variety. The life kind. Perchance. What do you mean I can't just say perchance? I know what I'm doing. I've binged the Circle Jerk. I know everything there is to know.